And I welcome everybody. This is our second workshop. We have again he will speak regarding the SDG and try to introduce the next activities, but now we start with the short introduction to the problem. So I close my microphone.
Não sei como é que é ligar o microfone.
Okay. So I would assume that everyone can hear my voice well, right? Okay, I see the thumb from Thomas. That's nice. Okay, so I will not let you wait for long. I will start my presentation. Okay. Now everyone can see my screen well. Yeah, right.
Ok, vamos começar. Não há microfone? Não há microfone.
Okay, so we will start now. Good morning, everyone. So, I'm Huy. So today I will introduce to everyone about the sustainable development goals in humanitarian mapping. Since the last time we have mentioned about EUthmappers. EUthmappers is also one of the organizations of who do humanitarian mapping project. So now we can see how humanitarian mapping can contribute to the global common goal, sustainable development goal, also called SDG. We have three main parts we will go through. The first part we will go is about the definition and also the elements inside the SDG. The second part we will go through how can SDG can be used in humanitarian mapping, and the third one we will see some examples. At first we will see what is sustainable development goals. So to understand this framework, we have to walk through the first definition is, so what is sustainable development? So in this part is also an interactive part. So as we did last time, I want all of you to scan this QR code to answer, to write your think about what is sustainable development goal.
Fica para vocês no desenvolvimento sustentável, ok?
I will leave the screen for.
O desenvolvimento sustentável é desenvolvimento que, na prática, promove o avanço das civilizações sem.
Ok, io chiuso.
Okay.
Ah, stanno facendo questo. Okay.
Maybe Thomas, you can close your mic.
Okay, I will.
Obrigado.
So I will. So when you scan the code, I will also still leave the code on the screen. So when you scan the code, you can see the screen with the like this with the question. So first you can choose your nationality, and the second is you can write your thinking about what is a development goal, what is a sustainable development, and after that you hit the submit, and yes, you can see. I will leave you several minutes to finish this. Okay, so here is okay. Oh, I have this one is a kind of forum for everyone to discuss about some idea about sustainable development. So yes, the first one I could not clearly understand, but I think it's about innovation with the minimum effect to the ambience. So I think it's quite interesting. This we can see like without the ruining of the future, sustainable development is practice of meeting the current need without redefinition. Economic development that conduct without the depletion of natural resource, also really understanding definition, and how we must live today to have a better tomorrow. I think this one is really concise and really interesting definition. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Okay. So, okay. So it is. Why didn't I will? Okay. I see a lot of response from Slovakia. I know. I see one from Portugal is using what we need now without ruining the future. Also short and really precise, I think. So,
Vai pure con...
yes. Okay. Okay. So I think most of you have base understanding about sustainable development. So here I only cite the Brundtland about sustainable development is about meet the need of the present without harming the future needs. So I think that one is really exact, which you have also mentioned. So I think that you have understand what is sustainable development. So coming to the SDG, we see the Agenda 2030. We would come to the first event in 2015 about the release of Agenda 2030. In this event, UN has released a global universal framework as a blueprint for the action for every country to follow. How can we develop sustainably in the future? The SDG is not the first time UN has this intervention. Before that, we have the Millennium Development Goal, which has more simple goals. But in the 2051, we have more ambitious goals with more. We have 17 goals 169 targets and 230 indicators. So we can see how ambitious and how practical the framework could become. To imagine what is a goal, a target, and an indicator, we can imagine goals is like during a sport goal, we have several goals. So also we have the strategy to finish one goal. So in this case, we can understand it as target, and indicator is what can we behave in specific case. So here we can see 17 goals. We can have no poverty, zero hunger, or other like climate action, life below water, or etc. They come with really simple graphic and also short, really concise text to remember. So we can understand and see them really clearly in this case. And in order to finish one goal, they also clarify by creating several targets. Like we can see in this case, in the first goal, we have several targets here in like international poverty, national poverty, social protection, etc. Or in another case, like about the peace goal, we also have human trafficking, justice for all, other little target in order to clarify the main goal. So the target should be aspirational, and they are also global. Their setting is made in the national scale with the global ambition. So here the target is distributed to all nations, but still in the global ambition. But they taking into consideration of each country context. And the indicators is a way to more clarify each target, where we can see here to indicate about the conflict goals and target. We have the 13.1.1 indicator about the death during conflicts. We can see here from 2005 to 2022, the number of death increasing in most countries. So we can see still, so the indicators is more detailed, but still they have to be simple, and they have to clarify how to implement, or but in the same time still keep the same ambition of target and goals. So what is the connection between this framework, SDG, and what we do about cartography, about maps? We can see here, we can see there's a lot of maps have been made to clarify, to illustrate about each goals. Like in here, we can see how climate in action. We can see on the map about typhoon, about flooded. Here is the accessibility to water, which has been shown on the map. And this map is also interesting, where they show about the conflicts death, which we have seen before, but this one they show it more detail into a hexagon grid. We can see like more specific area, like we can see Ukraine or Lebanon country with the darker dot, showing like there's would be more fatalities in that area. So we have known what is sustainable development goal, and so now I want everyone to to tell me about like how can we contribute as a humanitarian mapper to to the SDG goals. So like in this case, you will see on your screen there would be 17 goals, and you will rate them by stars from 1 to 5, so that we can see how interesting each goal can be to the humanitarian mapping. I will leave you for 1 minute to. Oh. Okay. Okay, let me show it here. Here's the QR.
It's gone. Here.
This camera.
Dove stanno? Buono.
Yeah, in the case you haven't scanned the code, here's still the code. I leave it here. To record. Yeah, record. Okay, so we have received response, and I will check through them. Here is only 2. The good and health is, oh, the good health and well-being is raising like 4.2, rating by 4.2 by Slovakia, still 2 by Portugal. Okay. Also, quality education is also an important goals. Clean water, we can see here, is really significant, where both Slovakia and Portuguese, we have a really high score rank on this one. Or here we see economic growth, also important. Inequality, not. Climate inaction, no. Yes, this one also really interesting. Even the partnership for the goal is also an important. We can see the most significant. We can see about economic growth. Your interest in clean water, I think, is also really interesting, and also quality in education is also an important. So, okay, so I think like you also have in your mind which goal is also important to humanitarian mapping. So I will now I will just drop to what is humanitarian mapping as the first time, so that we can have the the base understanding as okay. So before coming to humanitarian mapping, we should understand what is disaster mapping. This term has existed and now still used, but it used more before the 2010. In this term, they mentioned about the ability to support disaster response by using mapping and other spatial analysis. So this is really a general term. But in 2010, which come disastrous event, which raising another term in humanitarian mapping. So I mentioned one from a research about humanitarian mapping in OpenStreetMap. They refer that humanitarian mapping is collaborative mapping, also answer to the humanitarian response, and it also require remote mapping digitalization using the geographic data based on satellite imagery. So how is humanitarian mapping more specific than disaster mapping? We can see the first why disaster mapping only require you to use geospatial technology. Humanitarian mapping require a collaborative mapping, which means the mapping between people. You cannot do the humanitarian mapping with like only one person. It also like mentioned about remote mapping, which means like you don't have to come to the place, but you can map from everywhere in the world. And also your source, your main source using is a satellite imagery. And we can see how can we contribute by doing humanitarian mapping. We can see here is a diagram analyze how data has been contributing to the SDG. We can see in the top of this house shape, we can see 17 SDGs. And we have the target, and we come to the indicators, and we come to the process of data acquisition in each country. And the below here, we can see 4 types of data can contribute. Geospatial data can contribute to SDG. We have Earth observation. We have national spatial data. We have statistical system. And interestingly, in the other sources, we can see here, we have other data and big data come from mobile phone, social media, sensor, and we have VGI and crowdsourcing, which is the main contribution to humanitarian mapping. As you remember, the last time we talked about OpenStreetMap is also a crowdsourcing open data contribute to the last presentation is about contribute to UN database, but now we can contribute also to the SDG. And here, by using humanitarian mapping, we can see we can see how humanitarian mapping have affected to the contribution of geospatial information in SDG. The dark blue you can see here is the number of indicators which can be added if we use humanitarian mapping. The light blue is the existing indicators by using other geospatial technology, but can be enhanced by humanitarian mapping. So we can see here there's also a big number of contribution. Also, some of your interest has been also 3 and the third goal and the 6th goal has also mentioned how they can contribute by the humanitarian mapping. And some of the organizations contribute to humanitarian mapping. Last time we have mentioned about EUthmappers, their contribution in crowdsourcing activity. They also provide a job portal, also application to access to the data and also the map. Coming through, we have the humanitarian OpenStreetMap team, which you are not you are familiar when using because I assume that most of you have used the humanitarian OpenStreetMap team tasking manager. So by using the tasking manager, you also contribute to one of the humanitarian OpenStreetMap team project. And the third organization is also really interesting, is a missing map. The missing map, their contribution is also to OpenStreetMap, but not directly to the OpenStreetMap database, but they will detect in the global scale which place has more need of geospatial data, like where is the map missed the most. So they will show there on their data, and they will contribute to the geospatial, so that we can recognize which place need more humanitarian mapping. Okay, so here is come to the third discussion. I want you also to scan this one so the question is where humanitarian mapping with sustainable development goals can be applied. So this question would be a little different, since this one is not a quiz, a simple quiz, but it requires you to also showing on the map. So I will show you how to do this question. So first, after scanning the I will leave the QR code for a second, and I can guide you. I can do the quick guide. So here you can see the question. You first, as usual, you have to choose which school are you come from, and then you will see a little map below. So your main goal is to write the comment in the dark blue text area here, and also to zoom in the area you think it is possible to do a humanitarian mapping project. To support you, I also put here some of the organizations you can see, like EUthmappers or Missing Map or Medicine Sans Frontières or USAID or HOT. Here we can see their project showing on the map. Like yeah, you click. Okay. And when you zoom to the area you want, you write some of your comment here, and then you hit submit, and you have done. Okay, so I will come back here for the QR code, so that you can, for anyone who didn't scan the code before.
Abbiamo tempo, quindi fai vedere la mappa e commenti.
Usually you will show. Okay. Okay. You can still answer the quiz. Now I will show the received responses. Okay. Okay. Okay, we have received two responses. One from Portugal. Okay. It's about poverty in Niamey, and other we can see here in the Slovakia. In this area, we want to stop terroristic groups.
Okay.
Okay. Really interesting.
Puoi fare.
Sì. As you can see, like today in this presentation, I would pay more attention on open questions, since the sustainability is also not a correct or wrong answer for everyone. So we're here to gather ideas, and also like I think it's really interesting that you have taken in about sustainability. That is really interesting. Okay, we have received more. Okay, so not like, so in this question we have received more response from Portugal to oh, we have in those islands the problem about economy. So or we have in Angola. Okay, so it's also the poverty of aqua, of water. So yeah, we haven't seen many responses from Slovakia.
Se io parlo si sente. Aspetta, no.
Oh, wow, it's really big. Okay, someone have mentioned a global scale about Slovenia.
Vabbè.
Oh, someone. Okay, I see more. It's everywhere. Really humorous response. Oh,
We have some technical problem with sending the information from Slovakia.
From Slovakia, you. Okay. So if I can, so if you have any problem, so you can rescan the QR code to check. Always remember to fill in where you come from, and also the comment, and zoom in into the map. So that's basic 3 steps to submit, to a successful submit.
We keep working, but maybe the network is overloaded.
Okay, maybe.
And we can wait just a few minutes to complete. This experiment is very interesting because through your answers we see not only the problems that your students have in mind, the global problems, but also the place where these problems are. So, for example, from this first answer, we see that Africa is the area more critical, and this is, of course, true. We wait just a little bit, waiting the answer also from Slovakia. We have time, so we can wait 5 minutes more.
Yes. Right. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Still critical in Africa.
The answers are coming also from Slovakia, so
yeah. Yes. Somali. We need to map this data to not have enough information. Yeah, we can see also the lack of geospatial in OpenStreetMap here also is really critical. Okay. Okay, so really intense, interesting here. We have lack of drinking water. Yes, yes.
Can you put the code in?
Sorry.
In the screen. Can you put the QR code in the screen, please?
Yes. Okay, I leave it here.
Vê lá, consegues? Então. Consegue? Podes. Não sei se está. Ah, eu já posso. Pode fazer toda a tendência, se quiser, outra zona. Vou passar o computador. Então, não vai mais fácil. Os computadores têm que fazer isso. Não.
So we will refresh one more time to conclude the so-called experiment. I think. Okay. 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 So we can see here, like Africa is still the main critical, the main interest of all of you. Okay. Still, I think we can wait for a little for Portuguese student to finish their submission.
And this is the first experiment. We are sharing ideas between two different countries. Today, the participants are Slovakia and Portugal, and we are sharing some ideas on the same topic. This is quite similar to the next job that is related to the mapping. In this case, not only ideas, but also we are doing together something more practical.
Okay, so I will. Oh. We can see also one. You can see in response in Portugal also. We can have like peace and respect. Oh,
Ah, bello.
it's really
Very nice.
Really nice. Peace for and respect for all. Yeah, we can see here in this area also really interested. Okay, so water problem. The water is the main problem is everywhere. Go also in Angola. So throughout this practice, we can see also like see not only your interest in one kind of problem, but which area is more interesting. Here we can see like most of you interested in the Africa continent problem, since it's really there's a lot of problem there. And so here today I will go to some of the example about humanitarian mapping. I will show two of them about like how humanitarian mapping can deal with taking sustainable SDG in the consideration. So we can see first we see the crisis map. This map I have taken also in GDIC, and we can see like the crisis happen everywhere in the world. There are three kind of crises. We can see also like natural disaster or humanitarian conflict, or and also epidemic is also a crisis map. Crisis, as you also experienced through the COVID epidemic, is also one kind of crisis. So we can see that like crisis is actually everywhere, not only Africa or Asia or Europe or America, but it actually happened everywhere in the world. The first crisis I want to show is about the conflict in Syria. So this is the conflict which happens for more than 10 years. For to precise, this year is 13th year and is still going. So you can see here is BBC have been mapped the area with the war in Syria, and also not only the war but also with the immigration in Syria. So throughout the war, the inhabitants, people have to move to other place to live, because since the war has destroyed a lot of area. So I want to introduce you one of the model is refugee camps. The refugee camps is really interesting. That like this is an area where inhabitants in other place come here to live, to start a new life with facilities provided by organization or the local area. Throughout the war, we can see there was a Syrian war. We can see a lot of refugee camps. One of the so-called the biggest Syrian refugee camps we can see it is in Jordan. Here is the map of the refugee camps. So you can see here in this case how the humanitarian mapping can work, since you can draw the refugee camps with the gray area is the houses for people, and also with the red and blue is as facilities, and also you can see the grid, the street showing in this map. So that is how humanitarian mapping can contribute to this crisis. And one of the refugee camps I also want to show you is the refugee camps in Idlib. Idlib is also a city in Syria, really big city, and there they have constructed a lot of refugee camps in this area so that people can stay here. So here is the satellite imagery of the refugee camps, and also here you can see that actually there's a project of building mapping the refugee camps in Idlib on hot tasking manager. So it's actually a humanitarian project. And the second example I want to show you is about natural disaster with the climate action goals. So recently we can see there's a lot of typhoon and also a hurricane, and Barry hurricane is also a really disastrous event in the Caribbean area. So this storm has crossing a lot of nation and islands. We can see in Saint Vincent, Grenada and Grenada. So so we can see how the serious this hurricane is. This hurricane has been categorized as a fifth category in Saffir-Simpson hurricane scale. So this we can see the category of 5 here is like the wind is more than 160 meter per hour. So yeah, in this illustration you can see the house has the roof has been floated away, and this is really catastrophic. Roof and structure can be destroyed, and all tree. And here is an actual photo of the island. So you can see boat has been moved from the sea into the land, and you can see here the house has been removed, the roof, the trees has been tear down by the wind. So you can see here the how the hurricane has been developed through time. So yeah, actually, like day by day, it has become bigger and more catastrophic, and it destroy a lot of area in the air in the Caribbean area. So coming here, we can also see the another project for those for this event on tasking manager. So we can see like how responsive the humanitarian mapping project can be. It's really interesting if you follow the tasking manager, so that you can see how you can contribute to really recent disastrous event on the world. So this comes the last part about Sandbox for All, which I have sent you the guide to email. I will not repeat about step by step how to register or how to install the application in this seminary, but I just want to show some of the the idea is that I have received a lot of response from you, and some of you have a little confusion between OpenStreetMap database and the Sandbox database. So I will repeat here one more time. So maybe you can do the registration again. If you haven't registered on Sandbox or on OpenStreetMap, you can scan them. Like you can access to OpenStreetMap by OpenStreetMap.org, and then you can see the sign up button on the top right. And for the Sandbox, you also have to go to the API 06.dev.openstreetmap.org, which is the below QR. And also you can see the same interface, but they are different sites, and you have also to do the sign up one more time. So, and also like I also want to remind you that like after the seminary in the 5th December, we will launch our program in sandbox mapping. So after 5th December, we will send you the sandbox project so that you can work together. So from now to that day, I would like you to register on the sandbox database, and also re-register on the form, so that I can know what is your exact account, your account on two sites. And my presentation is finished. If you have any question, you can directly email me, contact me through my email, so I can respond you anytime. Thank you.
Thank you, and I want just to remind that, as we said, within next week, after the repetition of this workshop, we will send the instruction to start with our project. But before this, we need that all the students are registered following the instruction that we sent to you a few days ago. Before the start of the project, we will send to all the teachers the idea how this first mapping work will be organized, and also the deadline, because I remember that with this exercise we start to do something together with all the schools, and also preparing a competition between the different schools. But we send an email to the teachers also to introduce the topic that we are selecting. And this workshop is registered and will be available, and of course we will send to you also the PDF of the presentation that we prepare. So okay, if there are no particular questions, we finish our workshop. Okay, so
thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for the participation.
Thank you, everyone.
Agora pega o microfone de novo. Bye bye. Bye bye. Thank you. Bye bye. Não. Só falamos direto. Isso. Vai. Tchau.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye bye.